Okay, we're boarding our flight to Saigon / Ho Chi Minh now. Very excited. Right, do you think there's anything better than having 2 seats open on a flight? I'm gonna lay down and sleep until I get to Saigon, Ho Chi Minh. See you there. Hi, it's 2:30 a.m. Philippines time, 1:30 a.m. Vietnam time. I'm in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, and I feel like I'm mid-death, mid-dying. Look how pretty the boarding pass is, but I'm dying. Who is responsible for a 2:45 a.m. flight? And why did I sign myself up for it? But more importantly, who does that? I'm gonna lie down. My flight board's in half an hour. I'm just gonna lie down. But I'm in Vietnam. Okay, I didn't update because that flight from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi at 2:45 a.m. nearly took me out, nearly killed me. But I got both of my flights, the one to Vietnam and then the one to Hanoi. I got the entire row to myself so I could lay down. But they were both really short, and then it landed here at 4:45 a.m. to Hanoi. And then I just laid down in the airport and slept until like 8 a.m. And then I got pho for breakfast, and now I'm on the bus taking me to downtown, which is gonna take a full hour, but I'm gonna use it as an excuse to do some sightseeing. Here's the money. It's costing me $50,000 to take this bus ride, which is actually not that much. I'm not sure how much it is, but I don't think it's that much. That's the update. I'm tired. I don't have a hostel for tonight because I'm doing a tour. So these were the first views of Hanoi across the bridge from the outside. She is gorgeous, lovely. So unexpected, I didn't know what was gonna be there, what it was gonna look like. And it was so perfect and beautiful and amazing, and I love her so much. And I think Hanoi might be my favorite city in Southeast Asia. It's just like, look how quaint. It feels like Europe. And I became obsessed with banh mi's. I ate a ton of them. This one, I believe, was my first one ever. She was the best. There's this big lake in the middle of Hanoi. That like cool temple there. I love this city. It is so cute. Very lively, lots of people out. It's like highs of 60. It's like 55 degrees, so it's kind of cold actually, but very beautiful. I then went to infamous Train Street, where this train like runs right in between all these cafes. It's super thin. You could like touch it if you wanted. There's the train tracks, and then you can just sit around and have a drink or eat food. It's so cool. I love Hanoi. Honestly, we're all moving there right now. This is so cool. So I'm on the infamous Train Street. These are the train tracks right outside the restaurant I'm at. And when the train goes by, apparently it's pretty crazy. Anyway, little update. I'm in Hanoi. Hanoi might be like my new favorite city. I love it so much. It's incredible. It's so beautiful. And I love Vietnamese food. If you can't tell, I'm a little dead inside right now because of not sleeping last night. And I'm starting my Ha Giang Loop tour tonight. And they're putting us all on a sleeper bus to get to the town. So I fear little sleep will be happening tonight as well. But the Ha Giang Loop is, everybody talks about how it's so great and you have to do it in Vietnam, and it's like a motorbike route up in the north of Vietnam. So I am so excited. I think this might be the highlight of my trip. I'm so excited. I'm just like dead inside, so I'm trying to hype myself up by getting my second bowl of pho today. They're so good, and Vietnamese food is some of my favorite food in the world, so getting to eat it actually here is like such a treat. I had a banh mi for lunch, and it was, I can never eat one in the US again. It's not even comparable. So I love Vietnam. She's just so beautiful and she's so good. So this was the sleeper bus that was taking us to Ha Giang. It was a long ride. Here's a little bus tour. So everyone gets their own little kind of like live flat seats and a little curtain that covers it. They gave us a blanket. It was honestly pretty nice, but it was really tiny and you're kind of smushed and it's pretty cold on there. But I did sleep for a while. Hi, good morning. Today I'm going on the Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam, motorbike loop, 4-day, 3-night tour. And it's gonna be awesome. Apparently it's like the best thing to do in Vietnam or northern Vietnam. And so we stayed in this hotel room. We did a 6-hour overnight bus, which I showed, and then spent 3 hours in this hotel room, and now it's 8 a.m. and the tour's about to leave. And I'm gonna drive a motorbike for the first time, but I hired someone to help me, so I don't have to do it alone. Anyway, here's the Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam. All right, let's go. Ha Giang Loop time. That guy right there strapping things on was my Easy Rider, and that was my motorbike. He was the one that took me all around on the tour. You'll see in a sec, he strapped me up with these knee pads, and I was ready to go. Okay, I'm not being dramatic when I say this was the most beautiful thing of my life, okay? Just so unique, so different from, look at these vegetables like on the ground, and this market you drive through. So my Easy Rider is what they call him. He is a Vietnamese man that knows how to ride these bikes well. So he takes me on the back of his bike and just drives me through these roads. I'm so glad I had them because the roads were so windy, and then I could take all these fun videos and really just enjoy it. So if you're gonna do the Ha Giang Loop, I'd suggest getting an Easy Rider. It's really not that much more money, and then you end up being a lot safer and having a lot more fun because you can just look at all these insane views. Look at our lunch. Isn't this nuts? They made us really beautiful, delicious lunch every day. This was the homestay that made us the lunch. It was just like a little stop on the tour, and then we kept going. Can you believe these views? Vietnam is just incredible. This is the top north of Vietnam, and it was freezing, by the way. I went in March, super cold. I would suggest going a little later than March. Anyway, here's me and my Easy Rider. He was so nice. He took a bunch of Instagram pictures with me and then posted him on his Instagram, so we loved him. But he spoke no English and I spoke no Vietnamese, so it was just all looks to each other. Anyway, can you believe these views? We love the Ha Giang Loop, we love Vietnam, and we love that they love their flag almost as much as I feel like US people like their flag. Here's another stopping point. So you stop all day at different little stopping points. Those kids were playing a traditional instrument. And here's the view from the hotel I was staying in, a little room tour. It's pretty nice. Good morning from day 2 of the Ha Giang Loop. Here's the view out the hotel window. Insane, are you kidding me? I stayed in this hotel room with 4 of the people on my trip. It has 4 beds. It is so cold and I wasn't prepared, so I'm wearing literally every layer that I brought on this trip on my body to keep warm, but it's still not really doing it. So if you're gonna do this loop, make sure you come in like March or later, probably April or later, because the wind hits you and it's, oh my gosh, this is freezing. So anyway, otherwise it's amazing. I sit on the back of a motorcycle with they call them Easy Riders. It's just a guy who knows what he's doing. And he drives me around all day and I just take pictures and look at the views, and we take stops and walk around little like markets or towns or viewpoints, and it is stunning. Like, it's like watching a movie all day. You never get bored. Your butt does hurt pretty bad. Like, all of us are sore after day 1, and we're doing it all day again today and all day again tomorrow, but it's gorgeous. I love it. I'm tired, I'm cold, but I love it. And tonight we're doing a homestay, so we're like literally staying in someone's house, which will be a really interesting experience, and I'm really excited for it. So here's day 2. The food on the tour was honestly a slapper. This was my breakfast. It was simple, but it was really good. Can you just believe like the reflection of those mountains and how blue and pretty it looks? And anyway, so this day we did a hike. We had to hike all the way up to the top of this road to get really cool pictures. This is where my Easy Rider was like, let's take pics together. He was so cute and nice. But anyway, it was a beautiful view from the top, and I was really starting to bond with the other people. It's a great way to make friends if you're in backpacking Southeast Asia by yourself. This is like a prime opportunity to meet other travelers your age. And then we went to this little clear watering hole. Look at the food! Are you kidding me? It was so good. I can't stop. Okay, so then we did a little cheers. Here it is.
Hai ba dâu. Hai ba dâu. Hai ba dâu. Hai ba uống. Hai ba uống. Cheers.
As you can tell by those videos, the night of night 2 was spent doing a ton of karaoke, and our guide was the star of the show. He did so much Justin Bieber and One Direction. We loved him. Anyway, this is day 3. Everyone was having the best time. Sad that it was gonna end this day. We walked across this bridge. We found like shoes in that water, which is a little creepy, but we loved it anyway. And then we went to this town where this like village of older Vietnamese women showed us their crafts. So this woman weaves, obviously, really cool. And then this woman, we called this the ancient hoverboard. I don't really know what was happening here. I think she was just like, who knows? But anyway, then I got another banh mi. It was delicious. Okay, I really quickly wanted to discuss the Ha Giang Loop that I did because it was so incredible. And just like give a little inside scoop, inside details if there's anybody that is really wanting to do it. So first little tidbits. Tidbit number 1, I would definitely get an easy rider who's like the person that it's like a Vietnamese person that sits on the front of the bike and basically drives you everywhere. You can drive your own like motor vehicle if you want, but 1, they're semi-automatic, so if you don't know how to drive an automatic vehicle, don't do it. And 2, some of those roads are insane. They're so crazy, and I was so glad I had somebody that like really knew how to drive those roads in that thing when I was doing it. So I would highly recommend not going by yourself, but if you are really experienced on motorbikes, you'd probably be fine. And then 2, your butt hurts so bad, okay? So but maybe bring like a little sit pad or like Advil because it was like really bad. The last day was just a little bit painful. And yeah, so basically what we did was I showed up at a hostel in Hanoi. We got on a sleeper night bus, so like literally a lay down little cabin on a bus, which it's pretty short. I'm 5'5" and it fit me fine, but I think if you were over like 5'7", you'd have to sleep on your side the whole time, but it was fine. Good morning from Hanoi. This morning I had the best banh mi of my life, and then just now I went to the prison that the French colonialists set up for Vietnamese rebels, and then the Vietnamese turned into a prisoner of war prison for Americans during the Vietnam War, and it was very hard to see just to be an American here and to see the devastation and the destruction that happened. It's hard to wrap your head around it all, and it was hard to see, but I felt like I needed to bear witness to it. There's barely, I haven't met a single other American here, and I've been here about a week, so I feel like I need to be seeing that stuff. Anyway, now I'm gonna go see a palace relic. It's behind me. The weather is perfect, and I'm obsessed with Vietnam. Obsessed. It is beautiful, the food is amazing. Oh, I love it so much. So let's go see a palace. Okay, this is clearly something important, but I do not know what it is. Okay, that massive structure is the tomb of Ho Chi Minh. I'm gonna try to get close to it, but it's huge and there's literally nothing around, so you can see it from really far away. Okay, this is Ho Chi Minh's tomb, I think. Okay, this is like the famous lake in downtown Hanoi. It's cool. See the skyline over there. This concludes my time in Hanoi. Listen, I am a Hanoi stan until the day I die. I love her. This is the beer party street during the day, and then at night, here I am in one of the bars. Our hostel did a thing where everybody went out together. And it was really fun, and it just concluded like the most magical week. Vietnam is definitely one of my favorite countries, and everyone should go to Hanoi.